Hi guys, I'm about to hand you a powerful weapon. By the end of this video, you'll know the one word that shuts any woman down that's trying to test you, manipulate you, or control you with emotions. One word that completely flips the entire power dynamic back into your favor instantly. Most men lose control the second she pushes. They try to over-explain, they try to prove their worth. That's why they lose ground fast. But this one word keeps you grounded. It makes her stop and reassess who she's dealing with. Because when you say it, you're no longer reacting to her, you're setting the tone. You're showing her that the dynamic runs on your terms. And if you've ever felt thrown off when a woman tests you, Attraction Secrets gives you the principles to stay calm, take control, and keep the upper hand. Links in the description. So let's get into it. That one word is okay. Not okay with a soft tone, not okay with a question mark. I'm talking about okay, flat, final, unbothered, delivered with eye contact and a calm tone that makes her question whether the game she's trying to play is even worth it. Because when you use this word, she has nothing to push against. You're not fueling the argument. You're not reacting to her bait. You're showing her that no matter what she throws at you, you're still in control. And that alone stops her cold in her tracks because she doesn't know what to do next. She expected a reaction. You gave her nothing. You ended the game before it even started. Here's why this one word works so well. Psychologically, when you respond with, okay, you're stripping the situation of all emotional reward. You're not giving her what she expected. No emotional reaction, no argument, no trying to prove yourself, nothing to feed off of. This taps into a psychological trigger called social mirroring, which just means that people naturally match the energy of whoever they're dealing with. If you get emotional, she'll mirror that. If you stay calm, so does she. But when you give her nothing, no reaction, no emotion, no explanation, it messes with her. It throws her off guard because she was counting on you to respond a certain way, and now she's trying to figure out her next move. Not every woman tests you with bad intent, but she'll still test you because it's built into her. Women are wired to slightly push against a man's frame to see what he's made of. And while that may sound bad, it's survival. For thousands of years, a woman's safety depended on the strength of the man she chose. Not just physical strength, but a man who stays calm, doesn't overreact, and handles pressure without falling apart. Even today, she's still wired the same way. So she learned to test, not necessarily because she's mean or evil or anything like that, but because she needs to know, can this man handle stress? Can he protect me? Or will he fold when things get hard? The mistake a lot of women make is they take it too far. They don't know when to stop. So what started out as a simple pressure check turns into a power struggle because deep down, she's waiting for you to shut it down. She's looking for a man who doesn't get pulled into the back and forth. A man who feels like he doesn't have to defend himself. That's what okay does. It ends the performance without having to raise your voice, without playing into her game. And the second she senses that, everything shifts. Because when you say okay, you're showing her something 90% of men never master: emotional self-control. Here's what okay actually communicates. You're not throwing me off. I don't need to explain myself. This isn't shaking me. I'm not here to prove myself. You don't get to control how I feel just because you said something. Here's a real life example of this. Let's say you're face to face. She's made up her mind, or at least that's what she wants you to think. She looks you dead in the eye and says, "You're not the man I thought you were, and I don't feel the same anymore. This just isn't working out." Most guys will start unraveling right there. They try to prove her wrong, win her back, or beg for another chance. What are you talking about? After everything I've done for you? Please, let's just talk about this. Now she's in control. She's watching how much power she has over you and how fast you just gave it away. But not you. You look right back at her. No anger, no begging, no explanation. Just, okay. Then you sit back. Still, calm, done. You didn't flinch. You didn't explain. You didn't hand her the power she came for. Now she's just sitting there in silence, wondering why you're not breaking down like every other man she's done this to. Or let's say you're out with a woman. Everything seems fine. Then out of nowhere, she throws this at you. "You don't seem to be that into me. Maybe I should just leave." The vast majority of guys would panic. They lean in, soften their tone, and start damage control. "No, don't say that. I am into you. You're amazing. I'm just tired, that's all." Now she's in full control of the emotional tone. Now you're the one chasing. You're the one explaining. You're the one trying to fix the vibe. But the grounded response, you look her straight in the eye and you say, okay, and then go back to sipping your drink, calm as ever. No over-explaining, no emotional begging. Now the ball's in her court and she knows it. That's what most men miss. They think dominance is about force, but real power is about control, especially over his own emotional state. That's the man she remembers. Because when you stay calm, say nothing extra, and hit her with, okay, she feels the shift immediately. It forces her to step into your frame. When you don't argue, she has to either rise to your level or walk away. And if she walks away, let her, because a woman who actually respects you will self-correct fast when she sees you're not rattled. The right woman will come back more feminine, softer, more aware. Why? Because she knows she's not the one running the show. You are. And that level of control triggers a primal response in women. It builds security, it builds tension, it builds attraction. Most guys think they need a perfect comeback. You don't. You need control. You need to stop trying to fix every shift in her mood. Hold your ground and make her respond to you. That's what earns trust. And that's why one calm, grounded, okay, will always hit harder than 1,000 carefully thought out responses. Because when she sees that you're not bending, not buying into the test, that's when she realizes you're not like the rest. You're different. You're not dancing for approval. You're not reacting on command. You're the one who sets the tone. And if you want to master this level of control, learn how to stay grounded and lead with presence and flip the power dynamic without saying much, everything's broken down in my book, Attraction Secrets. No guesswork, no BS. Just the real, raw psychology behind what actually moves women. So with that being said, until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.